this week's Car Meet Garage, we're sitting here with our buddy Bill in his dad's garage, actually, which you all know, Chris, with the Shelby and the Camaro and a bunch of other toys. Thanks for having us.
How's it going?
Oh, fantastic. So we'll jump right in. I'm going to ask you, what was your very first car?
A 95 Corsica I got from my cousin Allison. It was a purple-ish, like dark cherry color car, and I love that car to death. I remember sitting in that exact driveway out there religiously as I was 15, bumping Mac Miller. I don't know if anybody, you guys would know who that is. That was my first car. It was an awesome car. It didn't last long because the steering column actually was rotted out beyond compare to the point where you could not weld it back or do anything like that, so we ended up getting rid of it. So that was my first car. It was a cool car. The short time lived, but it was still a first.
Pretty standard Corsica stuff.
Yeah, no shit.
So what was your inspiration to get into the hobby?
He's sitting right there. My dad, Chris Neville. That man is the reason why that I'm here today in terms of the automotive industry, my certifications in the automotive world. The reason why I have the cars that I have today, the Pontiac that I have today, is because of him. If it was never because of him, I would have never have been introduced to Pontiacs in a way. So in reality, my dad is my biggest inspiration when it comes to cars. So.
You know something, that's a pretty common thing too, and that's where we need to generationally keep the hobby going, is from our dads and stuff.
Exactly.
So that's where I started, was from my dad, and got into it. And it's your dad reminds me a lot of my dad, so
that's cool.
We'll call him our dad.
Our dad. No shit, our dad. It's our dad for sure. No kidding.
Remember that in the wheel with the Shelby.
It looks like it's looking like I'm gonna have to fight Don over it, I guess. Huh?
You'll probably win. I'm pretty broken, so
you'll be all right.
So, coming from the background that you do, and your dad does have a lot of cool shit. What is your dream car?
Okay, so I thought about that for years and years and years and years and years, and honestly, the only car that I could ever think of that I would physically want, I actually shared it today on Facebook, believe it or not. It's Big Chief's, the Crow.
Oh, yeah.
The Pro Mod, that GTO, that whole Pro Street style car, that setup, everything like that, to me, that was the pinnacle of my dream car. Everything about that car, from when he crashed it to rebuilding it back to the white car that he's got today, that to me is like, if I was to sell everything right now and to be able to buy one car, that would be that car.
So the 60s GTO?
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you want it? Do you want it in race car version or street car
full
version?
Street car mode?
Perfect.
Bottle of nitrous in the back. Big
man.
Big LS. I want some good. I want to have some fun. So that is my dream car at the end of the day.
That's a beautiful dream car to have, and very specific. We don't get that sometimes, and that's okay. But he knows. You come from that background.
Yeah.
So what is your best automotive memory?
Going sevens. I went 785 at 165 miles an hour in my buddy Spencer's Trans Am. I was racing for my buddy Spencer in early 2021, 2023 era. He had ended up getting a concussion. He was a big street racer, like street car driver, essentially. Did a lot
in Mexico.
In Mexico, that's right. Yes, in Mexico. He did a lot of stuff in Lapeer and then Milan and stuff like that.
Mexico.
He got a concussion in hockey, so he didn't want to play anymore. So, not play anymore. He wouldn't want to drive anymore. So he ended up opting me to drive. And from that point forward, I never got into a caged car, nor ever went that fast in my entire life. And I want to say probably my fourth or fifth time going out, I went 7/8, and I literally was shaking, like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Pardon my language.
And everybody sees it online that people are running 7s and 6s. I've never been 7s.
It is the craziest feeling you will ever experience in your entire life. Like the whole Fast and Furious scenario where everything's going by so quick, to me that's not the factor. It felt so slow.
Everybody who thinks they can handle 7s, what would you tell them? And if they were to just tell someone who's never done the car hobby before and to hop in a race car, do they think they could just handle a 7-second pass?
Good luck, seriously, because I'm telling you this right now, that was my 5th pass. And the first, I want to say 3 passes with that car, I was terrified of it. I legitimately was shaking. Like I wanted to just opt out, go home, didn't want to bother with that car. I was terrified of it because it's so fast. you neglect to realize the power you have in your hands at that point in time. To where you're going high eights, low sevens, that's comparable to a normal street car. That's insane numbers.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
insane numbers. So where it's like, good luck, seriously, good luck trying
Because
to
what was the
touch that.
trap?
780 at 176, 150 miles, about 150 to 160 miles an hour.
Yeah, so imagine 160 miles an hour and 1,320 feet.
And the first, I want to say the first 30 seconds was like 3 seconds. The first 60 foot in terms of 60 miles an hour was 3 seconds. And that was an instant. And like going that fast and that point in time, it's like you're literally on a roller coaster. You can't fathom that.
You're on a roller coaster that isn't guided by the safety of a rail underneath.
And it's on. You're in control essentially.
You're in control of that, and anything terrible could happen at any given juncture. And you have to be aware of that.
And then the funny part about that is when I did that pass, I was never informed that I had to pull the chute at 150 miles an hour because at 150 you're supposed to pull the chute.
So the chute fills up because you don't get off the brakes and hit the chute.
I never pulled the chute. So it was the entire time it was the steering wheel shaking, my foot was just vibrating like nothing other, and I got to the point where I got out of that car and I got out and I was like literally like I was.
Brake rotors are probably glowing red and shaped like this now.
Pretty much, yeah. I owe him still for brakes for that. Sorry, Spencer.
Hey, that's all right. It was worth the memory.
It was, definitely, for sure.
So what current projects do you currently have going on right now? Because you do have a car. And what is that car? We should actually get into that.
I've got two, actually.
Yeah.
I have, well, essentially three, but one's not even existent in my life in terms of project cars. I've got a 68 Nova, and then I've got a 2007 Grand Prix GXP. Currently, right now, I'm rebuilding the rear end of my Nova. The rear end's kind of wishy-washy in terms of reliability, to say the least. So I'm getting that spruced up so I can actually drive that car for the year, since I haven't drove that in, I'd say, 2 or 3 years. I'm hoping to bring that to the next couple of meets to show you guys that car. I know a lot of people have been asking me to bring that out. Right. But other than that, it's just that and my Grand Prix. I've got like I said, a 2007 Grand Prix GXP. It's got a LS4. It's lowered, -4 degrees camber in the rear.
Oh, we pulled up and it was sitting there idling. It sounds real good. So we'll make sure that we enter an exhaust clip of that thing. It actually sounds really good.
Other than that, I mean, just those two cars. That's really it. I'm just kind of just living what I've got right now till the opportunity comes about. I'm hoping maybe in the summertime, if I can get my cards right, buy a vet or a newer style GTO. But till then, I'm kind of just playing with what I've got right now.
The LS2 GTO, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, because the
yes,
early
sir.
ones, they're all right, but they're not an LS2
LS2
GTO.
or nothing as far as
Right.
I'm concerned.
So do you have an automotive hero?
Yeah, he's standing right there. It's my dad. My dad's literally, again, the reason why that I'm the man that I am today. I have everything from learning how to change tires to changing oil to literally ripping engines out of cars. I was a heavy technician at a dealership for 2.5 years. I did engine repairs and diagnostic repairs, and every single time that I would rip an engine out or a transmission out, no matter what I did, I always thought of my dad, knowing that he's the reason why that I'm in that position today. So no matter what, through everything, my dad will always be my hero. He is my automotive legend. No matter what, my dad is my hero till the end of time.
Oh, solid choice. Solid choice. So what are some of the best mods that you've done to your cars?
So ironically enough, my Nova came kind of the way that it's sitting right now. It was a car from Texas. It was a buddy-built drag strip kind of car. Him and his buddies built this car to just kind of just go, high 10s, 11s at most. So nothing like that as of right now. I haven't really done much, but I would like to put an LS in it with an LSA blower or possibly a turbo down the road. But as of right now, my current ideal mods would be for my Grand Prix. I'd like to go turbo, because I know a lot of people are starting to go turbo with those.
Yep.
And a lot of people have gone to getting the North Star Cadillac, like the Vills and stuff like that, the 4T80 transmissions, because the 4T65s in those are
pretty dog crap.
Dog crap.
Yeah.
So you can replace those and put that transmission in, and they essentially become bulletproof.
You know, you would think that there wouldn't be a transmission that's worse than a 406E as far as longevity, and then enter the transmission in the GXP.
Yeah, the 1465 enters the chat.
Yeah. So is there any mods that you regret doing?
Yeah, lowering my car. I mean, yeah, it's nice. I love it. It looks great. But I can't get into any establishment. I can't go to any fast food restaurant. I can't pull into my work. I can't pull into my driveway. I can't pretty much do anything. So pretty much it's just like that lawn ornament. You know, you got it. It looks great, but in reality, it hurts to drive around, especially in these Bay City roads. These roads are terrible. Everybody knows these roads are absolutely terrible. So lowering my car was probably my worst decision, but it looks great. So you pick up your pros and cons.
So is there any mods or automotive trends out there that you feel are overrated?
Man, that is honestly.
You can say takeover.
That is such a good question, honestly. Like, and you can look at it like this: like everybody LS swaps Mustangs. The LS swap the world, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what anybody says. LS is the king. I don't care about Coyotes. I don't care about pretty much small blocks, big blocks. LS is the king. You can swap those in anything. They're just as reliable. When it comes to what shouldn't be in the car scene, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, you are right. Takeovers. That's probably what makes the car scene look like crap, in my opinion. Is when you go down to a car meet, just like prime example, like Detroit. If anybody's in the Woodward group, you saw what happened at the car meet last night. Prime example of that. It's like, you know, you pick and choose your battles. So I mean, in reality, like, yeah, takeovers are honestly the killer in terms of the car industry.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the solid answer that we get no matter where we go. It's the takeover. Everybody starts thinking, it's like, oh no, you can say takeover because we already know. It's like one of the worst automotive trends out there right now because it just ruins our whole hobby.
And then granted, like I said, my car's got 4 degrees negative camber, and I know there's a lot of older folk that would rather look at my car than go look at a takeover, which is crazy for me to say because my car, in terms of aesthetics, is not pleasing to a lot of older folk because I've rocked negative 4 degrees camber in the rear. So
looks good in the car, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not into tilty wheel stuff, but that's right. It looks good. Yeah. So if you had some advice to give to new people coming into the hobby, what would it be?
Rely on others. And most importantly, rely on yourself, because I guess what I'm trying to say is rely on your friends, because your friends are your most important asset, because the whole Beatles expression, you can't get by with a little help from your friends. Your friends will get you to more places you can never understand. And the most important factor is you learning by yourself and learning how to work on your own car, and to just learn the basics of your own car and the fundamentals of that. Is because at the end of the day, you can fix your own car. You're more than capable of doing it as much as the dealership is. You need to apply yourself and be able to realize that you are just as capable as anybody else is. So apply yourself, seriously. You as a person are very strong and talented. You know you're worth your time.
Yeah, and you know, in this hobby, I've made some of my, I shouldn't say made all of my best friends that I have are because of this hobby. Because of the automotive hobby. And you are 100% right, rely on your friends. And I've had more fun working on my stuff with my buddies that are going over and helping Greg or helping Mike or other people coming over to help me. That's some of my best memories.
Getting all the buddies together, getting some beers, blasting some music. That's the best thing, man. You can't put a dime on that. That's the best time you can ever have with any of your friends, is sitting there in the garage wrenching on something, whether it's your car, your friend's car, it doesn't matter what it is. The fact that you're all together, you're having the time of your life, and everybody's essentially learning together. That's the most important thing in the automotive industry, is learning. And the fact that you can go out and wrench on your car today, even if it's today or tomorrow, you're still going to learn something. That's the most important thing. No matter how old you are, you're still going to learn. That's the most important thing about cars.
Yep, I had a very old friend of mine tell me that if you don't learn something new every day, you're doing something wrong.
Exactly. And he's not wrong.
Right. What's the most unique car that you've ridden in or really seen that stands out to you?
This is going back to my childhood, honestly. So I was probably 12 or 13 years old. I was at Cool City Car Show, and there was a white Le Mans.
Yep.
Old Pontiac Le Mans. And that car, to me, stood out the most because of how it was in terms of that time frame when that car was built. The presentation of that car was well presented in terms of that time frame, which was in the 70s. It was, to me, that was a well-rounded car. So in reality, like, well, I got to sit in that car. I've got pictures of me in that car, getting to sit in the interior of that car. For that car, for being what it was such a well-rounded car. And I know everybody's cup of tea isn't Le Mans, but to me, that was honestly the most unique car I've ever seen.
For the record, my parents have a 67 Le Mans convertible.
No shit.
Yeah. It was family car.
All right.
Is there any shops or individuals you'd like to take this time to thank?
So, off the go, my car group, Out of Pocket Car Club, you can follow us on Instagram. They've essentially got me into the way that I am today in terms of getting my fitment right for my wheels, my suspension setup, everything like that. I've got a bunch of people in that group that have helped me out drastically to get where I am today. And in terms of automotive shops, we have a great shop up in Gaylord. Everybody that has an LS platform should honestly get a hold of this gentleman. His name is Kenny Dangler, Northern Performance. Great guy. I mean, he does anything between LS4s all the way to LS7s. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
This guy is the cat's ass. Pardon my language, but he is the truth.
The dude holds the record for the quickest and fastest 8th mile in a roller LS.
Correct. So, like, in terms of automotive shops, Kenny Dangler, I will always shout him out no matter what. He's
helped me out too.
And in reality, like, it comes back to my idols. It's my father and Kenny Dangler. Kenny Dangler he's up there in terms of the automotive industry, and everybody should, if you don't know who he is, you should definitely get a part of that.
Oh, one of the best, absolute best come up stories ever.
Of all time, literally.
Right. We won't get into it because I want to try to get that interview.
No kidding.
Right. I think Kenny did say no. So is there any, what's your social medias?
You can follow me on Instagram, nevb.g59, or you can find me on Facebook, William Neville. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
Beautiful. Thanks you very much for having us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Chris, thanks for letting us use the shop again.
No problem.
Make sure you like, share, and follow, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.